Alright everybody, welcome back to CWRL's Fight Night at the Freedom Factory, and we are just about ready to get round 2 underway. Our first matchup for round 2 features the Miller Timers taking on the Smokehouse. Now, the Smokehouse comes into this round with a 19-point advantage over the Miller Timers, but definitely not a point advantage that can't be overcome. And round 2 also has 5 additional minutes added to the clock, so teams have 15 minutes to get the job done, as it were. And we're about to see if one of these teams can get the job done and move on into the finals, where they may have their work cut out for them, as both the Intimidators and the Kingsport have moved into round 2 with 76 and 74 points respectively. So whoever goes into the final round is going to have a decent points advantage there.
Drivers,
but in the meantime, we're going to take a look here, and as you can see, the checker car for the Smokehouse starting on pole with the Miller Lite checker car in the 4th position, and that's usually the most disadvantageous spot you could start in when it comes to the top 4. And all I can say is it's time to see where the dice lie as we get this second round matchup underway.
Drivers,
let's go to trackside here. As you can see, the checkers car for the Smokehouse getting underway here. It's the pole position car. Pace car is on. And round 2 of CWRL's Fight Night at the Freedom Factory is underway. You can see the checkers car for the Smokehouse getting out to an early lead, with the wrecker car that was in 3rd place trying to take that lead away on lap 1 successfully does, keeping the Smokehouse from scoring points right off the bat here. Meanwhile, you can see that the checkers cars are battling for position, 2nd and 3rd place, as the Miller Timers will take that 2nd position away, and the Smokehouse continues showing the way. And you can see that one of the Smokehouse's traffic jammer cars going up through the middle of the track, causing calamity with the rest of the traffic jammers. We're down to 14 remaining here in this first round matchup. The Smokehouse continuing to hold the advantage over the Miller Timers. As you can see, the wrecker cars battling for the top spot currently, with the Miller Lite checker car in 3rd and the checker car for the Smokehouse in 4th. You can see that checkers car wants that 2nd spot bad. Will be able to make a move to the inside, or will the Smokehouse checker car snipe him at the opportunity? And now the Miller Lite checker car having cleared that wrecker car. Will the checker... Oh! The wrecker car for the Miller Timers has just taken out that checker car for the Smokehouse. This is not what the Smokehouse wanted to see here. As you can see now, the checker car for the Smokehouse going to be caught up in even more chaos. As you can see, the leaders are now coming right up on them. That is the leader right there, that wrecker's car for the Smokehouse, now about to put his teammate a lap down. As you can see, that traffic jammer just got taken out by the checkers car, and it has just become 3 points for the Miller Timers. This is what the Miller Timers wanted to see. Hopefully they're going to be able to capitalize on these misfortunes. As you can see, the Miller's Lite checkers car in the 2nd position right now, trying to chase down the leader as there are one car between them. Makes a move on his teammate. And it gets him caught up into the wall. Oh, T-bone right into that pit wall there. I can guarantee you right now that Checkers car for the Miller Timers is going to wind up on pit road. And because of that, boom, there it is right there. Now the Smokehouse, regardless of the fact of their Checkers car being deep in the pack, now has an opportunity to score some massive points here. Huge shakeup in the plot here as the Smokehouse scoring 15 points a lap for every lap that they put that Checkers car for the Miller Timers down right now. Doesn't really matter where the leaders are right now, as this is where the points are being scored. See that the Checkers car for the Miller Timers still on pit road here. Big development, losing 15 points a lap. Finally getting back underway, and you can see that Checkers car for the Smokehouse passing them once again, putting them yet another lap down to the leaders. Let's see where it all unfolds out. He has fallen behind the leader here. He looks to be at least 5 laps down to the leaders right now. Big hit for the Miller Timers as the Smokehouse, you can see this Checkers car trying to work his way through these traffic jammers for position. He just took the 6th and 5th position away. That traffic jammer for the Miller Timers got caught up in the wall, lost lots of momentum. You can see that the Checkers car now working his way through, going to challenge for the 4th position, I believe, right here. We're down to 9:40 remaining in the 2nd round heat. Checkers car for the Smokehouse in general, taking advantage of some of the biggest misfortune you could see at Fight Night, with the Checker car for the Miller Timers getting wrecked, caught up and locked into the pit wall there, being forced onto pit road for at least a minute and change, losing 5 laps to the leaders. You can see that the wrecker car for the Smokehouse continues to show pace over the rest of the field. No real challengers whatsoever. You can see the checker car for the Smokehouse has made it all the way up into the 4th, now 3rd position. He has just wrecked himself, and that's 15 points back for the Miller Timers. Right there, you just saw the Miller Timers take 15 points back from the Smokehouse, as the Checkers car for the Smokehouse wrecked himself here and falls back into the 7th position. I think now back up to the 6th position. Going to have a long ways to go to get back into the top 3. We're down to 7.5 minutes remaining in the 2nd round matchup. The Miller Timers continue to hold a disadvantage right now to the Smokehouse, as the Smokehouse has at least 4 laps on them currently. You can see the wrecker cars here having a battle for the lead, but kind of an irrelevant battle right now, as the checkers cars have both been caught up in mishaps. One mishap left the checker car for the Miller Timers several laps down. And now you can see that the record car for the Miller Timers is now upside down on the track. This will lead him to being quit several laps down on pit road. This is just quite the point scoring round here for the Smokehouse. They're not even leading, and they are scoring massive points here. Meanwhile, you can see that there is now a battle for the lead between second place, the checkers car for the Smokehouse, and the leader here. This checkers car has seen all sorts of bad luck, now taking the lead for the first time here in this heat race. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining as he starts scoring points for leading laps. And you can see that he has overcome that checkers car for the Miller Timers once again. So that is another 15 points for the Smokehouse. Absolutely astounding as to how this round is turning out. As you can see that the record car for the Miller Timers still on pit road, still losing laps here. And that is 10 points for every lap he has been put down. So the Smokehouse is going to come out of this round with, I would think, nearly 100 laps easy. And I believe that the Miller Timers Wreckers car is now back on the track. We're going to track him down here in the 9th position here, with no cars between him and the leader. Just about a third of a straightaway though. Meanwhile, we can look and see if their entire group is a lap down. If they are, and they are allowed to opt out as the leader. And they are not all yet down to where they need to be. You can see that this is the final car on the lead lap. He is not leading laps. He is not scoring points. He is actually fighting to stay on the lead lap from the record car for the Smokehouse. Down to 4 minutes 20 remaining here in the second round matchup. See that the record car for the Smokehouse has been caught up in some mishap. This gives the checkers car for the Smokehouse an opportunity to close in on the leader. See, there's quite a ways between first and second place now. So we got 3.5 minutes remaining here. See the checkers car for the Miller Timers trying to get one of those laps back from the checkers car of the Smokehouse. That's 15 points back if he could make it happen. Meanwhile, you can see the leader continuing to show the way. And if he wasn't the leader right now, and the checkers car was in the lead, they would have been able to opt out. Nonetheless, you can see with under 3 minutes to go that that is not the case. Smokehouse checkers car still in a distant second here, just about 7.5 seconds behind the leader. See that the lead is actually narrowed. And now that checkers car for the Smokehouse is coming within range of the leader. Smokehouse scored a whole bunch of points just because they were able to catch the wrecker and checker car of the Miller timers several laps down after multiple mishaps. Down to a minute 40 remaining. Smokehouse still in command here, thanks to a massive points advantage here over the Miller timers, who both checker and wrecker car had been caught up in mishaps and locked several laps down. Down to the final minute here in this first round matchup. You can see that the Smokehouse continuing to show the way. 1-2 here. Miller's timers way back in the field. A non-factor here. Definitely going home after this performance. The Smokehouse scored a massive amount of points despite not leading the laps that they would need to do it. Down to the final 30 seconds here as we take a look back at the leader. Switching to chopper view here to wrap it up. Not the greatest performance for either team, but misfortune will give the Smokehouse quite the benefit here as we are down to the final 10 seconds here. Time has expired, so the next lap will be the white flag lap here for the Smokehouse. And there it is, the white flag lap. As you can see, the Smokehouse wrecker car continuing to work these traffic jammers. And that'll be all she wrote right there. That does not count, so 1, 3, 4. So 3, 3, and 1. No time to get anything at all. I don't think they did. So, oh my goodness, let's see. 3 laps down for the checker car. So that's 45 laps, 3 laps down. So that's 75 for 45 points. 30 points, 75 points. And one of those, so that's 3 more points. So 78 points on that round without a single lap led, without victory points for anything. And the Miller Timers will go home with just 21 points on the day. And the Smokehouse will go into the final round with 118 points. Now, in just a few moments, we're about to see who will face them in the final round here. It'll be either the King's Court or the Intimidators. Both have a good chance of doing this, as the Intimidators only hold a 2-point advantage over the King's Court at 76 to 74. So pretty much an even Steven round 2 to get underway. And we'll get that set up for you here in just a few moments. We'll be right back with more CWRL Fight Night at the Freedom Factory action. Stay with us.